Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Mic check, mic check.
Oh my God. Let's get to it. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my God.
Singular amount of white privilege that Donald Trump is being treated with. This is a masterclass in white privilege. Trump can't say enough to be racist.
Correct.
He can't commit enough crimes to be a criminal. He can't fail enough to be a failure. And he can't say enough stupid things to be stupid. He is so shielded and insulated by the idea and the concept of whiteness that he is unfucking touchable.
Yeah.
The thought conjured around him matters more than any reality. Any reality. He is a Christian that doesn't know the Bible, that fucks porn stars, that
grabs women by the pussy.
Grabs women by the pussy, is the least Christ-like, but the sheer promise of the whiteness that exists inside of Donald Trump is enough for everyone, white and black people, a lot of them who worship whiteness and aspire to the level of whiteness that Trump has. It's enough for them to say, hey, he's still our guy.
Let's get it.
Oh my God.
Want you to be what you want to be.
Yeah. You now tuned into the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. We done touched the milestone, man. Episode 60 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast. How ironic that it falls on Halloween. Yeah, man. You already know how we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's watching where you watching from, whether it be YouTube land, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Instagram, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be Twitter, whether it be Twitch, no matter where you watching from, man, we here, man, and you know, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? So why not? Episode 60, Young Steezy. I'm so low, I got a sick soul. Matter of fact, I be like a crip claiming a 60, but I ain't from that type of hood. I just do what I do and I do it low. So slow, I might ride in the slow-mo. I might ride low pros on the tires, but they so big. Riding 24s and past your kids. You know how I do. I get ill, man. You know just how I live. 60 episodes, man, we so cold in the city, man, we so throw like a rug. Never sold a drug, but I'm lying, but I'm saying it for the people that I'm inspiring. Understand I'm climbing up the top of the mountain, I'm doing it tough. Young Steezy, I spit these bars off the top so rough. Understand me, man, these things is off the cuff, and I try to tell these people and they never get enough. It's like we get it in every time that we step up. This is the Areola roller coaster, and we cut, and we so damn tough, and you know it's us. I'm just saying me because it's me, and I'm like, what? Yeah. Get it. 60 episodes in this mob, like, man. You know what I mean? That beat riding too. I got a little bit more time too. Yeah. Matter of fact, don't let me hurt you. This is not a virtue. I'm coming for the verse too. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't even on the games, man. Understand I'm trying to do my thing, stay in my lane. Hey, I don't care what the lame say. I just try to stay paid or try to get some paper. I ain't trying to see a hater. I said the same thing, but I said it two different ways. I'm Young Steezy. I got the girls up in the days. It's like I'm just trying to go and roll. I'm just trying to give my soul to the podcast. These other dudes is all ass. I'm trying to get all cash. I'm trying to just drive all fast until I get to my destination. These niggas stay hating. I'm in the nation trying to do my thing, man. I'm just understanding. They ain't understand I got no chain, but I'm still shining. They asking how the boy's still climbing. It's just like Starks, man. His God is just all timing.
We need a small business loan fast. I got this. Loan Cannon!
Yeah, man. You already know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is, man.
Oh my God.
Episode 60 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, one of the coldest live streaming interactive podcasts, man, that we got going on in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm your host, man, your boy Starks, man. You know, we getting it in. We didn't do a podcast last week, and it was a simple reason why I didn't do the podcast last week, because it was episode 60, man, and I just felt like it would have been doper to just drop the 60 on Halloween, man. So, you know, shout out to everybody that got kids that was out there trick-or-treating and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people out here on YouTube, man. Let me pop the comments up in here, man, so we can see the comments, see what's happening, man. Drip LaFleur, what's happening, though? You dig? Average Joe Lamar, what up, though? You know? LaWanda, what up, what up? You know, I'm spitting bars, man. You know what I'm saying? Something light, you know what I mean? It is Halloween, though, you know what I'm saying? I had to come and, you know, just do two things at once because we got the election coming up, man. November, you know, we got November 6th. Is it November 6th? Yeah. The election coming up. So, you know, I went on ahead and voted early, man. You know what I'm saying? I went on ahead and voted early. For those that are in the Lexington area, I don't know about any other city, but if you in Lexington, Kentucky, you can vote early. You ain't got to wait till November 6th. All the libraries in the city are doing voting right now, paper ballot voting, man. So if you want to kind of beat the lines, you know, because you got to work that day or whatever the cause may be, hit the library, man, and you can go and cast your vote for whoever you may vote for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that, man. Also, you know, I think it's funny, man, that you know, we have grown to the point where, you know, social media has made people be involved in politics for the sake of notifications. You know what I'm saying? They ain't involved in politics because they like politics. They just know that that's an opportunity to troll. You know what I'm saying? The Kendrick and Drake thing done died down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The NFL and NBA ain't hitting the same right now. So they need something to troll. So people diving into politics. You know what I mean? And one thing that bothers me about that is like, you can't talk about politics out of nowhere when I know you to be a D- student. Get your ass out of here, because I know you. Don't act like you involved in foreign policies when you don't really even know what's going on, man. You don't even know what 9 divided by 24 is. Like, get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know, I cast my ballot today, man. You know what I'm saying? I voted, and I mean, it ain't really hard to know who I voted for. You know what I'm saying? I voted for Kamala, and I think it's funny that if anybody says that, people take it personally to come and let you know that you're wrong for thinking for yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? anytime people do this, I just be like, hey, yo, if you vote for him, I respect it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it, but I mean, I respect it. What am I supposed to do? Talk you out of how you thinking? You're a grown man. Like, you know what I mean? You know? So, it's a good time, man. You know what I mean? Halloween going on, man. I like Halloween because this is the time of year during Halloween that you know, this is where the ladies get the excuse to just dress in the skimpy outfits, you know what I mean, without any ridicule, because ain't no chicks gonna ridicule you because they all doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's where you get to let the cheeks hang out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You get to dress with the skin tight cat suit. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff, man. All I know is, I mean, you know, next year, man, I think we should all just get together and come with some more suggestions. Because at this point, you know what I mean, I don't need to see no more thick Mrs. Officers. At this point, I don't need to see no more the girl from Scooby-Doo with the magnifying glass. Like, y'all not even, you know, y'all got on a turtleneck and a skirt trying to be thick, like you searching for clues. Like, come on now. We need more costume ideas, because y'all trying to become sexy versions of stuff that wasn't sexy. You know what I'm saying? Wilma Flintstone did not have yams back there. Like, I don't know why you dressed like Wilma Flintstone. She was not that thick. Like, you know what I mean? You know, we appreciate all the booty and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all going to work with skin tight bodysuits on. Like, man, you are really putting your work husband through it for the sake of Halloween. Now for Halloween, he got to act like he's not aroused. Like, what are you for Halloween? Not aroused? That's what I am for Halloween. You know what I mean? This is real, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot going on. Shout out to Amanda Wilkinson, man. What up, though? Hey, listen. I think this whole election thing is hilarious because I mean, more so than white people, I've seen more black men going at Kamala's neck than anything. And that's what's weird to me. That is a weird thing to me because I'm like, not to say that you have to vote for her because you're black. Like you have the option to vote for whoever you want to vote for. You know what I'm saying? But to get to the point where you like calling her the B word and calling her out of a name and, people like, nah, man, she arrested all kinds of black people and da 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 da. People didn't do their research, including myself, but the difference between me is it wasn't that I was believing it. I just don't care. I'm trying to tell jokes. So if I got any avenue that I could tell a joke, I'm going to say it. But I got to own up to it in the sense of I spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't speak on it in a healthy way. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell a joke, but at the same time, when a lot of the stuff is coming out into the feed, it's like you realize that, oh, all of these people were wrong. They were all wrong talking about she just locked up a bunch of black people, this, that, and the third. And, come to find out, she was locking up more white people than she was black, but she was locking up criminals. I'm like, how y'all mad that the people who got locked up got caught? Like, it wasn't her fault that they got caught. Like, you acting like she went and arrested them. It's their fault that they got caught. If we're going to be accountable, let's be accountable. You know what I mean? Like black, white, or indifferent, man. Black, white, or other. It don't matter. If you got caught, you got caught. That's your fault. Right? And they over talking about she locked up so many black men and da 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 da. No, some of y'all needed to be locked up. Some of y'all needed to be, let's be honest, bro. Some of y'all needed to go to jail. Because y'all really pulled up to the speedway by the air pump and thought nobody knew that you was over there by yourself waiting till somebody to pull up so you could sell them some weed and act real suspicious and go in there and buy a Sunny Delight. Like, bro, we know what's going on. It's just everybody else at the other pumps didn't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know. You're not fooling nobody. You know what I mean? You're not fooling nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me read some of these comments, man. Amanda Wilkinson said, titties. Oh, man, listen, man. Titties don't never not go hard. You know what I'm saying? Titties is always going to win. You know what I mean? On a bad day, all I got to do is just look up on Google titties from a chick that weigh over 180, and I'm good. My mood is back to normal. You know what I mean? Drip LaFleur said, I see people still hating on Bronny. Listen, man. When it comes to the people that's hating on Bronny, right? We got to look at it as if these people need notification stimulation. It is a few grown men, right? And they, late 30s, early 40s, maybe in their 50s, and they spend their entire day on social media while they at work, hating on LeBron or Bronny or anything attached to it, right? And even if they do good, score points, win games, it's like, whoop-de-doo, you should have did this. And if you was doing this, it would have been this. So it's like, it's never really a point of satisfaction with them. It's just, oh, every day I need to find something new to hate on because other than that, me being myself, nobody's going to talk to me. But if I mention somebody who's super duper famous, then I'll get all kinds of conversation. You know what I mean? Listen, when you see these people hating on Bronny and LeBron and everybody else, look at their pages and see if they just say something that's personal to them and see if it gets the same traction as mentioning, you know what I mean, them. And you'll see that they don't. And that's why they do it every day. They need something to gain traction because whatever it is about them and their own personality, people don't gravitate towards it. So it's like, I can't be me. I got to be a villain every day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I think, in my opinion, that's why they be hating on Bronny all the time, because I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, if I could play with it, man, I played pickup ball with my oldest son a couple weeks ago, and I thought that was fly. Like, he 22, I'm 42. We on the same team on the court, and I passed the ball to him. Cook. You know what I mean? He passed it back to me. I get a layup. I'm like, this is dope. Like, this is fire to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my son out here playing amongst the men. He's a man, but damn, it's like, this is my son. Like, hard. Hardcore, cuz. Hardcore to me. You know what I mean? Said be employed for Halloween. Some of y'all need to be I just want to say for Halloween, some of y'all need to be accountable for Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Be accountable. A lot of people just always want to share the blame somewhere else besides themselves. And it's just like, bruh, just be accountable, man. That's all it takes, man. I made a video today. It's a 10U team. I don't know where they from. I think they out of Florida somewhere, man. The Pouncey brothers, the Pouncey twins, they coach the team, and the team's undefeated, and they mashing, you know what I mean? They mashing teams, man. And I made a video basically acting like I'm the opposite team's parents, like, you know, and it's a what we doing video. So I'm just like I'm making like light of how it be in youth sports, right? And one of the kids got stickers on their arms to where it looked like they got tattoo sleeves, you know. And as a 10U, you see a kid with tattoo sleeves, that's like the first thing you see is like, whoa. And when you got big kids, the first thing that other teams do is ask for the birth certificate. So with me, you know, I overthink, you know, sometimes, and I say in a good way, like sometimes the jokes be up a level, you know what I mean? And I be having to, you know, dumb it down sometimes because it's like, oh, this is too advanced. Like, you know, so I do the joke, it go well, everything's cool. And somehow the father of the kid that I had in the video came in the comments and was like, you know, he's 10 and he'll be 11, and to be joking about a kid is something is just terrible comedy. And, you know, that ain't even, and I said, yo, I wasn't talking about your kid. I was joking about how parents would be when they playing against teams like y'all, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, that wasn't my intention. But at the same time, I'm not too man enough to not apologize if you was offended from it. So my apologies. And then dude replied like, you know what? When I first saw it, it just kind of sparked me up. So I was mad. But now that I see what you're doing, I ain't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. And it's just a spark from just an apology, just me being accountable. I know what I was doing and you took it the wrong way. So I'm trying to clear it for you that it's like, I would never do that. But because you took it that way, my bad. That's on me. You know what I'm saying? And everything's everything. He cool, you know? That's how it's supposed to work. For Halloween, nigga, be accountable. If you messed up, own up to it, my boy. That's all you gotta do. I don't know why everybody be thinking they gotta have a perfect streak out here, bro. You're not perfect. Stop it. You know what I mean? You ain't perfect, you know? LaWanda said, the ones with no cheeks is letting their book bags be open, flat flaps. Talking about the costumes, the ones with no cheeks. Hey, listen, man, this is our time of year. Fellas, this is either you're on the winning side of this or you're going through it right now. Because what happens is, right? What happens is all the women that, you know, you might, just because you find somebody attractive, doesn't mean that you're trying to pursue them to be in a relationship or to have sex with them. It is plenty of people that I think are very attractive and I'm good. Like listen, I can never do this with you for all my life and I'll be straight. I just think you're attractive. Like, and I don't think people know how to digest that when somebody comes real like that. Like, no, you finding them over, but I'm not interested in, you know what I mean? Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what it is, you know, we see these girls in these outfits and it's like, as men, it's like, oh man, like she got the little cheeks out, legs out, she looking good, like, man, you know? And for us, that's a year's worth of satisfaction. Like, I saw it, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight, like I saw it, like, you know? And I know that it goes in the opposite sex. It kind of goes the same way, but you know, it's just something that we recognize. Now, on the opposite side of this, you know, you got men who are in relationships with pretty women, and these pretty women still want to show their bodies off. They still want to be, they still like the attention from it. So they'll get these outfits and they still got the lace and the cheeks hanging out and all that type of stuff. And then you got a dude that's in a tough spot because now you got some people who's in the comments, you know, giving hard eyes, doing little compliments and here and there. And then you see these people 3 months down the line saying what up to you at Kroger's. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, no, you was just hard eyeing my girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't say what up to me. If you're going to do that, you can't say what up to me. And that's kind of what happens. Like, they don't realize how far this goes with these outfits. If you're in a relationship, your outfit got to be mindful of who you with, because it's a representation of y'all. If you showing everything you got, then that just shows the level that your relationship is at. You know what I mean? Like, it's just real. You know what I mean? I don't understand why you would want to wear it anyway, knowing that you got a man. Like, that's the stuff you wear when you single trying to mingle. You want the attention. You want dudes to come up and tell you about you. But if you're wearing that and you got a dude at home or a dude with you, I think that's kind of weird. That's just me, though. That's just me. I ain't nobody. You know what I mean? I ain't nobody. He said Bronny's mohawk is shifting. Bronny has had a terrible haircut since high school. I don't know what he'd be doing. I don't know. He be getting the same haircut that Hakeem got in Coming to America, where just sitting in the chair going, yeah, that'll be $20. You know what I'm saying? Felicia Silvertooth, how you doing? You know what I mean? Happy Halloween. Matter of fact, man, you know what I'm saying? I bought me a Halloween costume, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it on in a minute. It's something slight, nothing too major. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do that in a minute, man. But yeah, man. Halloween costumes, man. Listen, man. I know for sure some of them Mrs. Officer costumes, y'all was running them back from last year, and you didn't gain a little bit of weight. You know what I'm saying? So that middle of that costume got to smell like a patty melt. Got to, because you can't wash a costume. You can't put no costume in the washing machine. That whole thing gonna come apart. You got that from Party City. That thing ain't washable. It ain't washable. You got to Febreze it and hang it back up. If you wash a costume from Party City, it's going to explode in the washing machine like Sonic rings. Like, it's going to be everywhere. You're going to be sitting there having to pick all the little pieces out of the washing machine. So I know y'all just Febreze them costumes, put it in a closet, in a bag. You didn't hang it up. You put it in a bag, and then you brought it out this year. Crotch still smelling like 2023. You understand me? Soon as you got to the club and you start dancing and getting hot, it starts smelling like chips from 2023 in that motherfucker. Is that 2023 Doritos in this motherfucker? Yeah. Some of them you can hand wash, not all of them. You know what I'm saying? You just gonna have to take a sponge and just glance it over the crotch part. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Yeah, hey man, listen, kudos to everybody to do what they do, but we know, that time of year, we know the cheeks is coming out, the cleavage is coming out. You know what I mean? That's that action. And I know some of these people be running these outfits back, because you ain't spending no $60 on a costume and then throwing it away at the end of the night. Nah, we got to get our money worth out of that. You might be Mrs. Officer cooking breakfast or something. You just got to get your money worth out of that outfit. You know what I'm saying? Wanda said, smelling like spicy dill pickle chips. You know what I'm saying? That coochie part smell like a fistful of Russian cuss words. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I like people that when people put thought into their costumes and not the necessary Party City joints. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the Party City joints be like, oh, I'm just trying to wear something provocative, for the party. So I'm trying to look good at the party. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people that's like, oh no, I'm gonna wear me a costume that everybody can recognize, and it's gonna be one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody that's ever sexy win costume of the night. Nobody. They don't never win costume of the night. You know what I'm saying? It's like you do Felicia from Next Friday, and you might do Roscoe from Martin. You know what I'm saying? Or what's his name? The karate from Martin. Dragonfly Jones. You know what I mean? Them type of things, man. If you put the effort into those, you killing. You won. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, don't nobody want to put no effort into it. It's just like, nah, let me be sexy tonight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every year you want to be a sexy version of something that we grew up on as kids. I'm tired of it. Okay. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Everybody, you remember what? 2013, 2012? Everybody was doing Avatar. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was sexy avatars. Mrs. Officer, you know what I'm saying? Shake it like a lollipop. So they had the lollipops in their mouth in the club. What else? You name it, man. Everything that we grew up with as kids got sexualized. Like now, y'all over being sexy cats. Like, come on, man. Like everything ain't got to be sexy. Just put on a costume, man. You know, you do know that you can dress like this any time of the year. Like if you really want to do this, don't make it a costume thing. You can have your ass out anytime. I don't think nobody's complaining except for your boyfriend. But you didn't care about him on Halloween, so why care about him any time of the year? You know what I mean? I'm just giving you some logic. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Average Joe Lamar said, "Coochie smell like an Arabic sneeze." He said, "A sweaty WWE singlet." It got deodorant under the arms, like. Hey, man. That is hilarious, man. With the deodorant under the arms. You know what I mean? Hold up, man. Let me find some militant music, man. You know what I'm saying? For my Halloween costume, man. Hold up, man. Let me find some militant music. I got a whole lot to talk about too, because there's a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot going on, man. Let me see what we got. Hold on. Let me put in my stuff, man. As you can see, my brother, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad states, pork comes from nobody but the white man, because the white man is pork. I just want to wear this all the time and say pork really, really hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wear this for the remainder of the pod. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just stop and just do real black brother man quotes. Peace and grand risings, queen. You know, I can't even get it out. Such a wonderful solstice to wake up to your abundance, queen. You are the epitome of epidural success. Because me and you, we form as two, but become one. Because e pluralum unus within the galaxy is all kumquat. I ain't taking no questions from the white media. Hey, man, anytime you see somebody like this, you already know the conversation is going to be full of shit. You hear me? That conversation is going to be full of it. Because whatever he's talking about, see, you know, the white man, what they try to do is, you got to understand how they do us. See, the black man, we came on, we was on this land first. See, the black man, see, they got the white Jesus, you understand? But they said that his skin was like bronze and his hair was like wool. Who you know white got skin like that? That was a brother man. They just try to do the depiction to whitewash America and take us out of the context of the Bible. It's like, bro, do you need a ride or not? Like, you know what I mean? What we doing? Like, do you need a ride or not? Like, Most people that wear these either in jail or got white girlfriends. You know? Most people that wear these are in jail or got white girlfriends. No in between. No in between. He said, I'm eating some porkless fruit gummies. Hey, he says, swine, my brother. Listen, brother man. See the brother man, and then you got the other man, and that's what y'all don't understand. Hey man, y'all gotta stop, man. Said the penile region, because the penile region, you gotta hold it. The penile region, because you know when a man's sperm infiltrates the woman's egg, it goes in her womb. That's why it's called womb. That's woman, womb man. Man goes into the womb, makes womb man. We all are one unit, thus being us in unison. I said, do you need a ride or not? Oh, man. Hey, man, I'm going to tell you something, man. It's so much going on that it gotta be acknowledged in the best way possible. First of all, I wanted to try something. I actually wanted to share my screen so y'all can see what I'm looking at, because I got some things that I want y'all to see. First of all, let me get my round of applause going, man. Round of applause, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome home, Young Thug. Welcome home, Young Thug, man. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug actually was in court today and accepted a plea deal. They gave him time served and 15 years on probation with a bunch of conditions, but he gets to get free. And one of his conditions, before we get into all of that, one of Young Thug's conditions, right, was that he's able to be around Gunna. That is one of his conditions of his release. I'll say it again. One of his conditions, let me do the hands right. One of his conditions is that he be around Gunna. See, the world thought that the black man Gunna, because he got released early, that he had snitched on Young Thug, when in perpetuity, or should I say pregnancy, in perpetuity or within pregnancy, you know, he was actually an ally of Young Thug, but everybody crucified that man, and the man went on one of the coldest runs in hip hop history. Shout out to Gunna. Champagne Life, I see you. Champagne Life, I see you. You dig? Listen, I need your apologies to be as loud as your disrespect was on Gunna, because you can't be more mad at Gunna than the man who was asking to see him and be a part and perform with this man. Everybody thought that Young Thug was against him, and Young Thug ain't said nothing. Everybody's over here. You can't follow Gunna back. If you unfollow them, you can't follow him back. All of these rappers that done mention them in the song, Lil Baby and all them, you can't take it back. You said what you said. That's what happens when you speak up on stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you in that situation. You trying to uphold a code that don't exist. You trying to uphold a code that don't exist. My brother, that apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. Let's get into some of these conditions, man. Let me bring up this screen. Hold up. Boom. Okay, there we is. Okay, so all right. So we're gonna look at some of this right here. So it says that Young Thug is reportedly banned from Metro Atlanta area for 10 years following being released from jail. So when he's released, he can't be in the Atlanta metro area. This is according to the Neighborhood Talk. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. It says, Young Thug is a free man, but not without a few stipulations. According to the BBC, Thug is banned from the metro Atlanta area for 10 years, except for special events or serious illnesses. As part of the conditions of his release, he must also give an anti-gun or anti-gang performances in the metro Atlanta area. He is also still to perform with Gunna, a co-defendant in the case, and obviously can't promote or be affiliated with gangs. Listen to what I'm saying. Round of applause. Round of applause. Dig what I'm saying? Round of applause. Because even though he can't be in the metro Atlanta area, he still gets to perform in the metro Atlanta area. I know they wanted to be anti-gang and anti-violence and all of that kind of stuff, but do you know how packed that State Farm Arena, whatever arena is in Atlanta, the Mercedes-Benz Dome, wherever they choose to perform, do you know it's going to be filled to capacity? Do you know this? Bro, he ain't got to live in Atlanta. When you can make the parties where you at. So you can move wherever you want to move. It ain't got to be in Atlanta and live life. It ain't got to be no RICO activity, no gang activity. You ain't got to be around none of that. But everybody who felt like they always had something to say about Gunna, you gotta eat them words, my boy. You gotta eat them words. Because I remember I was listening to Gunna and a young cat said to me, like, "Oh, you listening to Gunna? I can't do it. Y'all ain't listening to no snitch." And I'm like, "How you know he snitched?" Because they said, I'm like, "But so you saw that was like evidence as he snitched? Like, is that paperwork saying that he snitched and pointed somebody out and did this and did that?" Gunna's plan actually worked. He got out of jail, got to it, got in great shape, had a crazy tour, and released an album with no skips. Then, come on, man, he released an album with 0 skips on it. No features. Didn't have no features. The industry wasn't rocking with him. No features. 0 skips. Banger after banger after banger after banger. He solidified himself. So now when you see Young Thug and Gunna, you can't go to the show as a Thug fan and not a Gunna fan. You got to remember what you said. That's why I don't never speak prematurely about people when I don't know what exactly is going on like that. People made their bed and they got to lay in it. You know what I mean? They made their bed and got to lay in it, man. You know what I mean? BKOCM Swing, what up, though? Said, Drip LaFleur said, if they squashed the beef over the drama years ago and go back to collabing on songs, the world would be a better place. I mean, you got to understand, man. You got to understand that Young Thug didn't say nothing pretty much the whole time regarding Gunna. Everybody else spoke. You got people in their stories. You got people unfollowing Gunna. Gunna really just got exiled and just did him. Everybody thought it was over, like he was going to be on some Tekashi type time. Instead, he sold out Atlanta. He came back to Atlanta and sold it out. Bruh. Man, round of applause, man. Round of applause. See, that's why it don't pay to be a hater. Because when hate is in your heart, your body is producing a neurotoxin. It's a neurotoxin that comes out of the gland that is beneath your epidermis. In order to get that out of your gland and epidermis, you need to detoxify yourself via bean pie, my brother. You need to study the Quran. You need to light these incense and sage your house. My brother. We got more on that. At the court case, we talking about Young Thug's lawyer. This is from Rap House TV. Say Young Thug's lawyer says Thug insisted on this because he couldn't handle 3 more months of his kids hurting. And if there was a chance that he'd come home today, his lawyer told him that they was winning the trial and they was okay with either decision. Basically, he took the plea deal to come home early and be with his kids under those parole conditions because he got time served. So basically, he got eggshells to walk on for the next decade. But when you're an artist, you can surround yourself with the right team, keep the right people around you, and you'll be good. Because all you got to do is tour and make music. If I went this long without smoking weed, I don't need no weed around me. I don't need no drink around me. Anybody that's smoking and drinking can't be around me. This is a business now. We was business before, but we was kind of lollygagging, being celebrities, da-da-da-da-da. But this is a straight business now. I seen the effects of what can happen. And I made it out of it because I was facing life. You know what I mean? Everybody was talking about Gunna. You know, YSL Woody's the one who he got to duck and run. He's the one. He did all that stuff on the stand and in court and all of that, man, thinking that Thug wasn't going to get out. And here Thug is. And now he got you know what I mean? It ain't looking too good. You know what I mean? That's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to Gunna, man. You know what I mean? It pays to be thorough. It pays to be thorough, man. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, like where people stepping up, because we'll get back to the Young Thug thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll get back to that. Let me see. Get back to my action. Back to the Young Thug thing, man. So, not Young Thug thing. We're gonna get back to the Young Thug thing, but in that room where people just speak too early and speak too quick, you know what I'm saying? Where they kind of overstep their boundaries, man. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. Megan Thee Stallion's documentary came out, and in that documentary, she admitted that she lied about having sex with Tory Lanez. She admitted that she lied about having sex with Tory Lanez because everybody was wondering what the fight was over. Come to find out, she was on some snake type time. Megan Thee Stallion was on some snake type time. Now, I need your input on this to see if this is snake type time. Tory was messing with the friend, whoever the girl, I don't know, I don't really know their names like that, but whoever the friend was, that's who Tory was having sex with. The opportunity came and she smashed Tory, but she did it more than once. She admitted it, but she tried to surround it with she was drunk and that was some drunk type, you know, whatever. No. You wanted to do it and you did it. And you didn't doing it drunk once. Okay. But doing it drunk twice, you wasn't drunk. Come on now. What are we, stupid? What are we doing? Let's be honest. She said it herself. I want you to hear this. Man. Let me find the clip. I want you to hear it. She said it out of her own mouth. And that just shows what type of person she is, because, I mean, as much as people's like, you know, groveling over Megan Thee Stallion because she got body and she got cakes and she got all of that, it's like, nah, you was on some whole type time. Like, out of anybody in the world you can get, you wanted who smashed your friend. That's who you wanted. You know what I mean? But this is where we get into accountability. You know what I mean? This is where we get into accountability, because I read the comments and nobody in this wanted to be accountable for it, because everybody's like, she still got shot. We still, like, listen, if she lied about something as small as having sex with somebody, do you think that she would lie about something big like being shot? Like, I'm just asking. I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know what I mean? I ain't got a dog in the fight. But all I'm saying is, if she'll lie to you about something small, be honest with yourself and ask yourself, would she lie to you about something that's really major, something that's really important, and something that's really costly? This is real. Listen to this. Hold on, let me find it.
I know that bitch was even gonna ask me. Yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King, bitch. First of all, I know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me out of my fucking mind. Yes, bitch, I lied to Gail King, bitch. First of all, I know that bitch was even gonna ask me about that shit. Bitch, I always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about fucking Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I fucked this nigga like once, maybe twice on a drunk night. Bitch, you kept catching me.
Accountability. On a drunk night. So you want to minimize it to say, this is why it happened. No, you wanted him. It wasn't about being drunk. Maybe once, maybe twice. My man's hit 4 times. Once or twice. Maybe once, maybe twice. That's 4 times. We know how this go. He was hitting on the regular. Come on, man. What are we, idiots? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? We got to be honest about this. You know what I'm saying? And everybody had this whole setup to where everybody's, choosing sides, right? And I'm just on the side of right. Like, if he did that, then he gets what he deserves. But now it's up to question, because if you lied to us about something as small as having sex with him because you didn't want the image of going behind your friend's back and fucking who she was fucking, you know what I'm saying? Then hello, you can't be trusted. If you lie about something small, you'll lie about something big. Point blank, period. That's just the way I see it. I'm gonna go to it's a nasty play, man, because dealing with this and looking at this, to see the comments is disheartening. Some people's in favor, but to see how many women are disregarding this and then going with but he shot her. And it's like, you still don't have any concrete evidence of this. All the evidence that you have is that this girl just blatantly told a lie. So you thought she was telling the truth about that, but lied about that. Come on, man. It's not adding up, So let's take a look at this real quick. Hold on. Let me bring it up. So, hold on. Let me take the chat down. Make it a little bit bigger, man. You know what I'm saying? So check this out. All right. So this is talking about, that she lied to Gayle King, and that was just what you just heard, right? And if you look in the comments, man, it's like you can read what people saying, and it's like a lot of people's like, okay, you lied. One dude said, these are the kind of women that my mama warned me about. But then you'll get in these comments and you'll see that it's a lot of people that's trying to take up on some girl power type stuff, not on the side of right, but just on the side of girl power. And that's not making sense to me, man. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people now, they stepping up like, oh yeah, man, he's innocent. And, she did this and, da. Like, let me see. Let me see. Somebody in the comments said, first of all, you slept with your so-called BFF's dude. A true best friend don't do that. You definitely betrayed her. And second, let's state the facts. You wasn't shot in your foot. The doctor said they pulled glass from your feet. So explain how the so-called evidence of bullet fragments pulled from your feet has all of a sudden gone missing when Tory's lawyers requested it recently for his appeal. And the driver said that he didn't see Tory with the gun. Kelsey had it. He saw you and Kelsey fighting. Tory was trying to break it up, and your story is falling apart piece by piece. You're just making up excuses now. Accountability. Before I read any more comments, accountability, bro. We could have been got to the point. You wanted the easy way out. And this translates to so many facets of life. You know how many people that was going to be future star athletes and change their families' lives for the better, and women that didn't want to be accountable ruined it? By accusing them, they got caught having sex, and instead of saying, yeah, we had sex, consensual sex, he R-worded me. So now the blame is off of you. Everybody feels sorry for you. You the victim, and this man's career is ruined. Career and life is ruined. You got to go to jail and do the time. You know how many people done went to jail for this? For this same type of work that she's doing. Tory Lanez is literally in jail. He been in jail, what, 4 years now? Something of that sort. It's been since COVID. So yeah, it's been about 4 years. 4 years of your life that you can never get back, all because she didn't want to be accountable. I think that's dead wrong. Maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? Let's continue reading some of these comments. Somebody said she swore on her mama, Lord Jesus, these kids a new breed. I'm still scared to step on cracks. See, you got to understand, she was so big on getting people to believe her in the moment. I swear on my mama, just believe me. I'm the victim. Believe me. Meanwhile, this man is locked up. He's a business. It is so many people he was feeding through his career that ain't making money now. All because you didn't want to be accountable. Meanwhile, you done made deals with Planet Fitness and T-Mobile and all kind of, you know what I mean? Like, was it worth it? All you needed to say was I was a hoe. You try to avoid the whole claim. Well, guess what? We know now you a hoe. You a hoe. It is what it is. We wouldn't think that somebody of your caliber with this much pull that you have that you would be a hoe, but you are. And it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. All you had to do is just say that I did some flawed shit. I got caught. We got in a fight. You know what I mean? I got hurt. But I don't need the blame. I don't need the shame of sleeping with my best friend's man. So instead, I'm gonna tell this little white lie, and it's gonna grow into something big. And now we see how it goes in the fold. You know what I mean? This is real. This is real. Let me read some more of these comments, man. See, now it done been out for a little while, and everybody's starting to be on the side of right. Because I seen some comments where people was talking crazy in defense of her and still like trying to, kick Tory White down. You know what I mean? Hold on. Somebody said Team Megan button, he still shot her. You see how this goes? Like, you're ignoring the facts and you really don't care that a lot of people's lives have been affected by this in a negative way. You just more so erring on the side of girl power. When really you should be erring on the side of accountability. Why can't we just be accountable, bro? Why can't you just be accountable, apologize, and move on? Ain't nobody asking y'all to be besties. Ain't nobody asking y'all to have sex again. All of that is beneath. I feel I feel bad for whoever she gets in a serious relationship with, because that's the person who's gonna have to deal with it. You always say that thing where it's like, your past is your past. Your past is your past. And I ain't even sweating your past. You know what I mean? Because what you did before me don't even matter. Bullshit. I said a bullshit. What you did before me does matter. I ain't regulating your sexual partners like that, but I ain't trying to be with nobody that was that's a reformed hoe. What? I ain't no. If you backdoored your best friend and now we in a relationship and I'm trying to be your best friend, what's to say that you won't backdoor me? You tainted goods, mama. Plus I already hit, so I'm gonna ghost you. I already cooked you. I'm about to ghost you. I don't owe you nothing past this point. We ain't got no kids, no nothing. See ya. Hey, you talking about? Hey, certain things that happen before you does matter. Certain things that happen before you does matter. Ain't no way you want me to wine and dine you every day, and you had kids by somebody who got a box Chevy Caprice and the driver's side door don't work. Ain't no way. If he can hit with the box Chevy Caprice, don't be thinking I'm going to go take you to Ruth's Chris. Give me box Chevy Caprice treatment. What are we talking about? You know what I mean? It does matter. You know what I mean? Shout out to my dog Woody in the building, man. What up, dog? Like, it does matter. Because just imagine, you get in a relationship. You meet the love of your life, right? This is the love of your life. Y'all done got together and just everything is great. And y'all start to talk more and more and start to just get to know each other, revealing more and more about each other's past. And y'all just sitting there out to dinner eating and y'all get to know each other. And she say something like, yeah, I once fainted at a Bow Wow concert. What are you doing? What you gonna do? What you gonna do if the love of your life tell you she fainted at a Bow Wow concert? Will you think of her the same? Will your respect level still be the same for her? You fainted for Shad Moss? Like, you lost consciousness when you heard Fresh as I'm Is? You talking about Lil Bow Wow? Oh, you fainted off of Shad Moss? Is that what you telling me? we are done. I ain't trying to hold your past against you, but I can't get over that part. I don't need nobody in my life that fainted when they heard Shawty Like Mine. You fainted over somebody that said, let me hold you. What? What? Hey, man. Real life, man. That is real life, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, that whole Megan thing is nasty, man. You know what I'm saying? That Megan thing is nasty, man. You got to make it make sense, man. Everybody was anti-Tory, talking down on the man beforehand. Same thing with Gunna, man. The apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was. Huh? Shout out to Tory Lanez. The apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect was, man. Everybody's so quick to form an opinion about something and don't know not nail facts. I lived it myself, man. I lived it myself. When I went through my divorce, you know how many people were saying stuff about me that wasn't true? People that I don't even know. Just banter being shared. And I'm like, y'all don't know nothing about me, bro. And guess what I did? I took my L, realized I was done wrong, and it wasn't nothing I could do about it. I took my L on the chin, ducked off, and came back even greater. I came back 17 times greater than I was when I took the L. What are we talking about? As time progressed, every lie that was told about me, people starting to see like, oh, that was a lie. That's not true, because if that was true, then this would be happening. If you said this, then why are you still doing that? Because you lied from the gate. Accountability. Huh? Shout out to Gunna, man. Shout out to Tory Lanez, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to be accountable, man. Sometimes, like Gunna, he shut up. He rapped in the music, said a little bit here and there. Tory, he said a little bit here and there. Shut up. In due time, all will reveal itself. Dig what I'm saying? In due time, it will all reveal itself. I didn't have to say much regarding myself. I ain't gonna sit there and defend myself who's out here meant to misunderstand me. Fuck you and them. And as time progressed, it started to make more and more sense. All of a sudden, you down here, I'm up here. How? That's because that's accountability. You had to live that lie, and that lie brought you down. Same thing with Megan. You had to live that lie, and that lie brought you down. All of these rappers, Lil Baby, all of these cats, you got to live that because you unfollowed them. You said your little words in the verses. And the same person you called yourself trying to defend is now going to be doing shows with the same man that you was talking about. You can't come around trying to be friends. Now, I mean, you know, on a business tip, they might let bygones be bygones and get this paper. But at the same time, you know you did wrong. Accountability. Dig what I'm saying? It's real. You know? That's why I always feel like I read something, man. I listened to something from Marlon Wayans. He was doing an interview. And he was talking about protecting your peace. And it was such a sensitive subject because everybody in the comments was listening to respond and they wouldn't listening to understand. Because women always feel like that they know us men, but they never really listen to us men. They always listen to respond to what we're saying and not listen to understand what we're saying. So he's talking about protecting his peace. And he's saying, like, in a relationship, basically, if I'm with a woman, I want to be happy, which means I don't want to argue all the time. Right? If you're in an argumentative space, then you're not happy. And then dude was like, well, what if you mess up? Then he's like, then I'd apologize. I'd be like, my bad. I'll do better. Everybody in the comments went to the my bad part and was like, is that all you gonna say? Is that all? And I'm like, y'all didn't even, like, out of all of that he just said, that's the part you picked up? Watch this. I need you to listen to this real quick.
About a relationship. If I got to talk about the relationship, then we're not in the relationship. We're walking through your anxiety and through your fears. Because if you're in this relationship, then you're loving me, you're hugging me, you're touching me, we're holding hands, we're laughing together. All this talk about this now, no, you're giving me anxiety. I don't want to argue. I just want to smile. And if I'm 52 and God blesses me to live another 20 years, that means I got more days behind me than I do ahead of me. I'm not letting anybody waste not one moment of my life. I'm going to enjoy this ride. And if I need to be alone to enjoy it, then that's what will happen. How about up? I'm like, oh, I fucked up. My bad.
You are easy to admit.
My bad. I'll do better.
So right there was the interview, right? So with that being the interview, you know, I want you to see what, I'm going to take these comments down. I want you to see what these people are saying in the comments, man. I want you to see. Listen, man. Listen, I popped in there, man, and I said, why does a man's happiness offend so many women? Real question. And this ain't a gender war type thing, but it's just like, it's sometimes women just need to take the time and understand what we're saying, not be so butthurt off of it and not be so reactive to it. Just understand it. Because it's not coming from a place of, ooh, I'm trying to bully or take over or do this or do that. It's like, no, just understand it, you know? So somebody replied and said, so that's not her anxiety, that's his. All that not talking about is cool until life gets real and we can't laugh because you're in the hospital and I can't see you because they don't care who you laugh with or don't have those conversations with. As you can see, that didn't make sense at all. She listened to respond and not to understand because it triggers something in her and she wanted to have some type of response where it's like eating at her to be just the opposition. For what? All he's saying is he want to be happy. What about that made you upset to where you needed to write a paragraph? All right, so check it. Somebody said, men like this love deflecting. They hate accountability. They emotionally unavailable and lack self-awareness. They want you to be quiet. Don't ask no questions. Don't address no issues. And God forbid you do. They will ignore you and stonewall you. Ladies, run from these type of men who think communication is arguing. I like this right here. Run away from men who think communication is arguing. This is the thing you got to understand, right? Communication is a beautiful thing. Communication fixes problems ultra quick. But one thing you got to realize as a woman, you like to talk to your man about everything except for y'all. So when you complain about work, when you complain about your friend, when you complain about your family, when you complain about your parents, when you complain about your food at the restaurant, this is the energy that you give off all the time, and he's the one who got to listen to it, right? Because you want somebody to agree with you to tell you that you're right. So about time it comes to his turn and you got something to complain about, he's over it. Don't nobody want to hear all this, especially if this ain't my intentions to make you feel this way or offend you or do all of this. I'm not going to be a part of your complaint party. It ain't about accountability. It ain't about stonewalling nobody. It's just saying maybe you need to stop complaining about everything, and then the complaints about me will be fairly observed. It would be okay. You know, this is real. This is real. You complain about everything around you. The restaurant, this is cold. I need more napkins. Why my fork look like this? Bruh gonna sit there and just shut up and take it. He gonna chill. He ain't got no issues. He's good just being in your presence. Meanwhile, everything around you got you upset. They need to make that baby shut up. Why would she wear that dress? She look a mess. Why is her eyebrows like that? Like, you focusing on everything except for what's important. And by the time you get to focusing on what's important, you got a problem with it. And that in turn becomes a problem. So what he's saying, in my opinion, is I want to be happy. I don't want to argue. We ain't talking about communication. Talking about I don't want to argue. If you always have something that you constantly need to communicate about, the problem might be you. It's nothing wrong with communication, but it is such thing as over communication. Because now dude walking on eggshells thinking the next move he make, if he walk with his left foot first instead of his right, he's going to have to hear about it. Listen to understand. Don't listen to respond. And it was just looking at these comments, it is real crazy on how people try to flip the script and just take it out of context to where it's like, let's minimize what he's talking about and maximize how we feel. Why? Just appreciate the man saying something. That's why men don't talk. Ask the man why he don't talk. He don't talk because he don't want what he's saying to be used against him and turned against him because he'll apologize for being right. That's a bar. That's a bar. Somebody said, nothing triggers broken women more than healed, happy, calm men. We are their kryptonite. That's a bar. Oh, man. That is crazy, man. I'm going to read a couple more comments and I'm going to get off of this, man. God's beautiful creation said, nah, I get where he's coming from. I dealt with somebody who was miserable with themselves and they would pick arguments, and some people love drama because that's what they're used to in dysfunction. That's real. I shouldn't have to tell a grown man I don't want to fuss, fight, or argue. Some people's love language is arguing because they want the solution. They want to argue to get to the solution. And sometimes your ego is going to be like, I need to say this and I need to say that and I need to get this off my chest. Now I feel better. Well, now that you didn't get that off your chest, Cud done absorbed what you said, and he done held on to it for 4-5 days. Meanwhile, you felt better 10 minutes later. He's still holding on to what you said 4-5 days later. So was it worth it? You know what I mean? If you care, was it worth it? Because if y'all take this from me, ladies, and I'm sure all my fellas will agree, what we don't want ever is the girl that we are into to be upset with us. Never. We never want the girl that we are into to be upset with us because guess what? We're not getting that good energy from the person that we love getting good energy from. So why would we ever want that? You know? But you got people in the comments, it makes sense why he's unmarried, and I respect the decision. I get the no arguing, but it's absolutely impossible to be in a healthy relationship without conflict. Bullshit. Bullshit. It's impossible to be in a healthy relationship without conflict. You don't have to have conflict. You have conversations. Nobody's running from the conversations, but if you're a constant nitpicker where it becomes a schedule of you being upset with things as opposed to him never being upset, then it's a problem. If you both develop this kind of communication, then it's healthy. My homeboy, man, I ain't gonna put his name out there, man, but this weekend we did a show. This weekend he was talking about him and his wife just kind of got into a spat to where, you know, it got into a light argument about something simple, you know, and then he got off the phone and he texted like, you know what? I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to raise my voice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even mean to take it there. And, you know, I was tripping. My bad. Love you. She texts back, you know what? I was tripping too, man. My bad. And they laughed about it and everything's cool. You see how this works? It's simple as that. It's dead. Ain't no reason to carry it on. Ain't no reason to bring it back up the next argument. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Shout out to Marlon Wayans, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, man. You know. I think it's real, man. They listen to respond and don't listen to understand, because people really be coming from good places. It just ain't nobody trying to hear it. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? As you can see my shirt, you know what I'm saying? Don't let your little president get your ass whooped. Again, I told you I voted today, you know what I'm saying? I voted early, you know what I'm saying? I went and voted early, man, and it's crazy because this Trump campaign is so out of pocket that it doesn't make sense. Like, it literally doesn't make sense. Like, all of the stuff that's going on and that he's doing, it doesn't make sense how much he's getting away with while doing it. Van Lathan said it the best way, man. He was on the podcast talking about it, man. I played it at the beginning of the podcast, but check this out.
Singular amount of white privilege that Donald Trump is being treated with. This is a masterclass in white privilege. Trump can't say enough to be racist.
Correct.
He can't commit enough crimes to be a criminal. He can't fail enough to be a failure. And he can't say enough stupid things to be stupid. He is so shielded and insulated by the idea and the concept of whiteness that he is unfucking touchable.
Yeah.
The thought conjured around him matters more than any reality. Any reality. He is a Christian that doesn't know the Bible, that fucks porn stars.
Yep.
That is
grabs women by the pussy.
Grabs women by the pussy, is the least Christ-like, but the sheer promise of the whiteness that exists inside of Donald Trump is enough for everyone, white and black people, a lot of them who worship whiteness and aspire to the level of whiteness that Trump has. It's enough for them to say, hey, he's still our guy, no matter what.
Hey, man, listen, this stuff that's going on with Donald Trump is insane. Y'all saw the Trump rally with Tony Hinchcliffe, the guy from Kill Tony. And he got on there, and the stuff that he said during this rally was so out of pocket. It was so out of pocket. Like, I didn't even understand how they even let that happen. Like, he was talking about black people wearing watermelons instead of pumpkins as Halloween masks, or cutting up. They was carving watermelons instead of pumpkins. This is what he said at a Trump rally. They was carving watermelons instead of pumpkins. He was saying that it's a floating island of trash and it's called Puerto Rico. Like, this is the joke, the type of jokes that he was saying. Now, I'm giving you the view from a comedian. In comedy, we told a line of offense and humor all the time. We take the risk. But I'm telling you, he failed this one because it was all offense and no humor in it. Because all you was doing was degrading classes of people by race. That's all it was. And the place that you did it at was a presidential rally of somebody who we know to have racist ideals. Like, make it make sense. Now, I think that he grew a new fan base, but he lost the fan base. I don't know how it's going to affect him, but I don't see a whole lot of black people rocking with Tony Hinchcliffe like that anymore. But then you got all of those people who rock with Trump that's probably going to be watching now the Kill Tony show. Because what he said, it's like, I know you're a shock comic and you're a roaster and you do this, but that was kind of, it's a million ways to be funny and you chose that. You know what I mean? And everybody kind of, it was even making them cringe. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point where everybody that's in support of Trump is being openly racist at this point. They was on CNN having a debate. And this white man really said this to an Arab guy. And I need y'all to listen to this, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Want to be called Nazis? Stop doing it.
You've been called an anti-Semite more than anyone else's table.
Yeah.
And people would sit there and, no, by me. I never called you an anti-Semite. Okay. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying
I'm a supporter of the Palestinians. I'm used to it.
Yeah, well, I hope your beeper doesn't go off. The thing is that
you should not.
No,
did you just say I should be killed?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that.
If you notice, if you didn't catch it, they was talking kind of fast. He said that I hope that your beeper doesn't go off. Because I guess he's Palestinian or whatever heritage he is. You know, they do a lot of suicide bombs. Like, his people do a lot of suicide bombs. So he's going to sit there and tell him on CNN, on the air, that I hope your beeper doesn't go off. But he's there in favor of Trump. You see what I'm saying? You got to make this make sense. This is real.
No, I didn't.
On live TV.
I said I hope
Guys,
you're...
let me just stop.
You said you hope my beeper doesn't go off.
Because you sound a big supporter
of the Palestinians.
Hamas.
Guys, let me stop.
Palestinians.
Are you?
Now watch this. Once he sees everybody's reaction to what he said, because he probably said it from the heart, but didn't realize that it came out on national TV, because when them cameras is on and them lights is on, your body and mind operates in a different format unless you do this on a regular. If you don't do this on a regular, your body is going through things that you're not used to. So he might have said it when he was really supposed to be thinking it. And once he said it, you can't backtrack on live television, national television in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? But check him out.
What? No, of course I'm not.
I apologize.
Are you a racist, violent person inciting violence against
Ryan,
that's disgusting.
that is completely.
No, I apologize.
Good job, CNN. Let's have first block say the Muslim guy should be blown
I
up
apologize.
on TV.
Don't say then I apologize. You literally.
I thought you said Hamas.
You didn't think I said Hamas. I said I supported Palestinian rights.
Yes, I did.
Why? Because when you hear
What's funny is Rudy Giuliani said this yesterday, so you're a great guest to be here to defend Rudy Giuliani.
I wasn't going to entertain nonsense today, and so at this point,
this is what we're in now. This is America in 2024.
Here's what I will say.
Forget the racism.
That's right.
I should die.
I didn't say that. You should
said,
die.
what does beeper mean? Don't give me a fake
I did not say you should die.
Why did you say with my beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
So what did you mean?
What did you mean by the beeper?
As you can see, they going nuts. And dude later tried to apologize and clean it up, but they literally they ended up kicking him off the show after him saying what he said. Like
hours and not say, I don't care, because you know what? When Kamala Harris put out statements about switching of opinions, it wasn't good enough for Republicans.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you said it.
Why don't you take this back a little?
President and potentially future.
We're back here, and before we get started, I want to just address what happened in the last segment. And first, I want to apologize to Mehdi Hassan for what was said at this table. It was completely unacceptable. When we get this discussion started, you'll see that Ryan is not at the table. There is a line that was crossed there, and it's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to us at this network. We want discussion. We want people who disagree with each other to talk to each other. But when you cross the line of a complete lack of civility, that is not going to happen here on this show.
So basically, they got him up off that show after he said that. But that goes to show you, man, that, these folk now, instead of having a civilized difference of opinion or a civilized difference in choice, they are choosing to go the low road. And bro said, I hope your beeper don't go off. And then he tried to clean it up. No, I wasn't saying that. No, listen, man, You got to understand what we're going up against. Bruh literally said, Trump said that he wants to grant immunity to all police officers. He wants immunity to police officers because these police officers here lately been getting prosecuted for the people that they've been killing on the streets, right? So he wants to grant immunity, which means they don't have to face no consequences for whatever they do in the line of duty. Do you know what's going to happen if that takes place? Do you know? You know what I mean? Like everything that he's doing is working opposite of us. Everything, like, and I mean us as in black people or colored people or people that aren't white. Everything he got going on is working opposite of us. Everybody thought the stimulus checks came from Trump. They didn't come from Trump. They came from Congress, and he just so happened to delay it enough to put his name on it and make it seem like it was a thing that he did. Everything he got going, and it's like, that's the only thing that I'm gauging in the politics. Is like, bruh, everything he's standing for is not helpful to us. It's actually harmful to us. You mean that a police officer pulls you over in a rural town and he's talking 10-karat code to you right now. And you are terrified for your life because you know if he shoots you and ends your life, he's not going to jail. And people's telling me like this is okay. Like people's talking like this is okay, bro. Do you not realize what he said? Like, bro, what? It's people making fake videos. Somebody made a fake video of them casting the ballot in the early vote and acting like it wouldn't work when they was trying to push the Trump button. And then all of a sudden, you can see the video. People who edit videos know video cuts when they see them. And somebody did an edit and made the Kamala button turn green. Like, if you push Trump, it's going to vote for Kamala automatically to try to make it seem like the polls is rigged. And I'm like, bro, here y'all go with this January 6th type shit again. Here y'all go. Sore losers. They even started using betting odds because people's betting, sports betting, people's betting on the election. So the amount of people that's voting for Trump versus voting for Kamala is higher. But people are using that as odds on voting. That's not odds on voting. That's a bet. Like this is really where we going with this. You know what I mean? They said that Trump filed a $10 billion lawsuit. That's right. I said it right. A $10 billion lawsuit. I'm going to bring it up. Hold on one second. Danielle Dishman said, I actually think different of people who say they voting for him. This is mind-boggling. Until it happens to them, they are not affected by his bull. I feel the same way. Like, I feel like it's really weird. I feel like it's really weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand how somebody could vote for that and still say they care about a person of color. Because you know that none of that stuff really affects y'all. It affects us. You know what I mean? So that's true. I actually think different than people when they say they voting for him. This is mind-boggling. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. So if you look at the graphic up top, it says that this is according to Hollywood Unlocked. It says Donald Trump filed a $10 billion lawsuit against CBS News, claims deceptive doctoring of Kamala Harris' 60 Minutes interview. Said Donald Trump said attorneys representing Trump stated that the lawsuit comes from a CBS partisan and unlawful acts of election voter interference through malicious, deceptive, and substantial news distortion calculated to confuse, deceive, and mislead the public. Trump's legal team also alleged that alterations were made to the interview in an attempt to tip the scales in favor of the Democratic Party. President Trump brings this action to redress the immense harm caused to him, to his campaign, and to tens of millions of citizens in Texas and across America by CBS's deceptive broadcasting conduct, the lawsuit states. So Trump not 10 million. He's suing CBS for $10 billion because he don't like the way that they did the interview of Kamala. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. He said, my brother looked like a Muslim personal trainer. This is my Halloween costume. You know what I mean? I'm what's his name off of South Central? You said 15 bucks. Am I right, Buddha? I was a boy. Behavior like that is just hold young life. I had a boy, and he was into that gang life, and he was shot by some gangbangers, 3 of them, and I took their lives. Behavior like that is just hold young life, because it landed me in here. For life, man. Basically, he's suing CBS because he didn't like how the interview went. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like how the interview went, and he's trying to sue CBS. But they doing anything and everything besides campaigning without trying to negatively tear somebody down. You know what I mean? This is what's happening. I don't know about y'all, but I can't take another 4 years of this rhetoric of blank. It's entertaining, but like when it comes to handling business, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, I'd rather take my chances with her than him. I'm being honest with you. And it just baffles me on how many black men are going out of their way to talk down on Kamala Harris. Like, I don't understand. Like, I crack jokes about Donald Trump, but I'm not going out of my way to talk down on him. You know what I mean? I've cracked jokes about Kamala. But I'm saying these dudes be for real and serious. Kamala is an idiot. It's like, bro, what you got going on in life has nothing to do with nothing she's doing. So why are you butthurt about her existing? Just need something to be mad at. You know what I mean? You know, they bringing up her relationship with Montel Williams. You know, they trying to ask Montel Williams stuff. It don't make sense, man. It don't make sense, man. You know? I don't know, man. It's so much going on, man. Lil Durk got locked up. Lil Durk got locked up for a murder for hire plot. And, you know, it is what it is, you know? What do you say? You get involved in that life, you know what I mean? You got to know what you got coming, man. What people don't realize that's in the streets is all that stuff that you do when you out, if you know what you got coming to you, then you wouldn't be doing what you're doing because you turn into a bill because you get on the phone and you constantly need something while you're in jail. Anybody that got family in jail know that they constantly need something. You become a bill. Can you send me a 50 spot? Can you send me 20? Can you send me? I got cousin that been in jail. I done probably sent him thousands of dollars at this point in $20 increments. You know what I'm saying? My cousin been in jail 13 years. I done sent him a lot of money. Anytime he call, I got to brace myself to be ready to take down some notes because he need a favor. You know what I mean? They don't think about this stuff when they're on the outside. You know, I'm family, I'm going to hold you down, but you wasn't thinking about this when you was on the outside. Hey, man, order me a doctor's book. Order me an atlas. Order me this. Order me that. Order me this. Give me one of these, man. I looked up this and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Dirk locked up. And now you can't run from it. Everybody kept teasing you. You need to ride for Vaughn. You need to ride for Vaughn. And you ride for Vaughn, and guess what? Your own homie was wearing a wire the whole time. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It is not congruent to what we doing. You know what I'm saying? It is not congruent to what we doing. Hold up, man. Let me find my action. Because I want to take y'all somewhere real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, I want to take y'all somewhere real quick. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. All right, boom. Okay. Cool. Let me see. I'm over trying to find something that I could pop up on the screen, so pardon me, but yeah. There we go. Now we got it. Now we cooking. There we go. Yeah, so yeah, he did get set up like that. He got set up like that, man. Jesse JT said, "Is that shirt in the shop? I hope I don't gotta buy it when I will, but I will if it's MF wins. If he wins, I'm gonna have him on deck for sure. I think the Trump campaign is nervous. I think the Trump campaign is ultra nervous right now. That's why they're acting the way they are. They're trying to give out these false polls to like make it seem like, he's ahead and he's this and he's that. And then in the states that it's not working, that's where he's like getting outraged and saying stuff, saying that people's cheating and Pennsylvania's cheating and this, that, and the third. And it's like, bruh, nah, nobody wants you in. Like, you got to realize, bruh, they done tried to take him out like 3 or 4 times already. Bruh, you think they ain't going to complete the job if you keep trying? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is real. You vote for who you want to vote for. I have zero control over that, just like you have zero control over my vote. But at the same time, when we trying to talk logic and we trying to make a little bit of history, I'm voting for Kamala. And I did. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, as you can see, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my my merch store right now, as you can see, I got the What We Doing tee in there, man, and I got all kinds of new action in there, man. And I actually reduced a bunch of the prices, man, for a while, just to Christmas is coming around, so I just wanted to make them more, feasible for everybody, and I got action in here, man. So, if you're interested in that, hit the site up. And I got action. All my designs, most people do seasons in their designs. I do my designs all the time. Like, my designs stay. I don't really remove too many designs unless it's just completely not in style no more. And that's rare. You know what I mean? So it's hoodie season, you know what I'm saying? Got the hoodie sets, I wore this hoodie set. I just performed in Oklahoma over the weekend. I performed in Oklahoma with my dog Keon Polee, man, and it was dope. It was very, very dope because I've never been to Oklahoma before, but we went down to Black Wall Street, and Black Wall Street was kind of, where the money was being made way back in the day, and they seen how fast that, the Black community was growing, and they burnt it down and bombed it. You know what I'm saying? Like they really tore it up because they didn't want, Black people to prosper. So they did everything they could way, way back in the day to destroy it so they couldn't, so they couldn't grow. And that since has became like a historic landmark, and it's a part of Oklahoma. So they got a museum on the strip and all of that. But when I went, it was a Sunday. So it's like, I guess everybody brings out their old schools. They got a DJ playing music, and everybody was kicking a couple food trucks. It was like Black people everywhere. It was very dope, And me and my dog did the show, man, and we show improved. we show improved, man, and it was dope. I wore this sweatsuit to the show, and what was dope about it is, sold a lot of merch. For people that's never seen it before in a totally different city, they rocked with it. They loved the merch. You know what I mean? They loved the designs. They loved everything. And people went to my store and they was buying the merch from the store right there. If I didn't have it on hand, they was getting it from the store right then and there. I wore it to the airport. I'm giving them the site, you know what I'm saying? And they copping in the airport, like, you know what I mean? So, it's really flavors, you know what I'm saying? It's really flavors out here, man. You know what I mean? So, I ain't really pulling, I ain't forcing nobody's hand, but it's out here, man. If you want it, man, we got flavors, man. You know what I'm saying? For the winter time, man. Hoodies, all that, man. So, shop with your boy, rock with your boy. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, man, I do want to say, November. We coming up to November 1st. It's first of the month. You're gonna have to pay the rent. Anyway, November 8th and 9th, I'm gonna be at Comedy Off Broadway in Lexington, Kentucky with my dog Josh Prey, man. November 8th and 9th. That's 4 shows. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday at Comedy Off Broadway with my dog Josh Prey. Everybody always hit me up and ask me, when you gonna be in the city, man? When you gonna be doing shows in the city? Well, I'm gonna be in the city doing shows. So it's a weekend, Friday and a Saturday, 4 shows. It's no reason for nobody to miss these joints. Dig what I'm saying? So if you're looking for something to do, which it ain't gonna be nothing to do, pull up on me. If you're in the city, if you're in Louisville, pull up. If you're in Cincinnati, pull up. If you're in Indiana, pull up. You dig what I'm saying? So, we gonna make that be what it is. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, though, man. We on episode 60, man. Episode 60, like for real though, like that's a big deal, dog, because what people don't understand is, we started this out, man, originally with my dog Sleazy and my dog Goo. And it just didn't work out with the 3 of us just because they had other stuff going on. Sleazy was working radio at the time, so he had to be up at 4 a.m. And then Goo got a young son, so he had to tend to his young son. And, it's a lot going on. And when they just kind of, fell by the wayside, I could have just stopped doing it. You know what I'm saying? I could have just stopped, but I've stopped the podcast before. And right when I stopped the podcast, it blew up. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of told myself at this point, I got to keep going and keep pushing and keep putting it out. And y'all give me a reason to do it every time, man, because y'all be rocking with me every single time that, I do an episode, man. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all y'all always rock with me, man. And we done knocked out 60 episodes, man. I can't even believe it when I think about it. 60 episodes, man. You know what I'm saying? And we done got a lot done, man. And hopefully we do 60 more. That's the plan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't letting nothing get in my way, but life is life. But we aiming for 60 more. So shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? We're going to enter this 4th season of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast. It's going to get better. It's going to get greater. I'm changing my studio, you know what I'm saying, soon. I'm changing my studio soon, so my setup is going to be that much better. You know what I mean? My whole, it's going to be dope, man. So, I appreciate everybody for locking in with me, man. You know what I mean? So, you know how it go.
You need people like me. You need people like me.
You know how it go. What we doing? Hold on, before we do all that, I also need you to go to my Comedian Larry Starks page after this and just like some videos, like some pictures, do whatever, because they working me back into the algorithm after they suspended me for some stupidness, whatever, but they working me back into the algorithm, but they ain't worked me back in there yet. You know what I mean? So Comedian Larry Starks on Facebook, man, make sure y'all, go on there, man, and like some stuff, man, and share some stuff and, make it do what it do. We back to it. Yeah. Episode 60, man. Yeah. Okay. That's how I feel. check it. We on the podcast and it's Halloween. Areola Rollercoaster, we say we. Every time they raise their shirt and show titties, you know the boy be like, oh, that's easy. Hey, you know what we talking about. We doing this thing without a shadow of a doubt. And I don't need to rap because I do it for the clout, but I'm lying to myself because I do it because I'm nice. And I try to do it, put your life in some rice. If it ain't right, you understand me, I'm just polite. I'm trying to keep it real. You know, I display these skills. I'm so real like Tracy McGrady with the pill. Yeah, you know I'm from the Lex town. You know I'm from the Lexington. You know I'm from the Lex though. I said it 3 times, you know that we the next to blow. Unforgettable, show how I do, yo. 60 episodes, you know we in like pool host, hitting the fucking home run. You know I go home, son. I just do what I do and I do it cause I am grown, son. This is grown fun. I am on one. Freestyling like I'm really smart. Yeah, talking with my 3 fingers. I'm really doing it, putting people in the ringer. Yeah. He said, I see you got the Japanese lilacs and the hanging rubber plant in the background, indigenous to the wet dry lands of the southern hemisphere. Only one mystical. What up, though? Hey, man, do me one favor, man. Like only one mystical, man. Put some roller coasters in the comments, man, showing that you rocking with the boy, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had to pull this out, man. I was like, you know, this is a funny costume because anytime you see somebody like this, they going to overbear you with smart anecdotes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, make sure y'all check out the merch store, man. You know what I'm saying? November 8th and 9th, Comedy Out Broadway, 4 shows. You know what I mean? This has been episode 60 of the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. It will be available on all streaming platforms. You know what I mean? Here in a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? We grinding. You feel me? We shining. We really doing it. Yeah. You feel me?
Oh my God. Let's get to